Are a police officer, if you are a part of the National Guard, if you are an ICE agent, you are a fucking nut.
So a few years ago, I was riding into DC on my way to work, and I saw a billboard for the Metro Police. Now, being real, being a police officer is not a career I ever thought of ever in my life. But this particular day, the billboard caught my attention, and I thought about joining the Metro Police for about 3 whole minutes. And the reason why is because, you get a good starting salary, you got benefits, and there was a signing bonus because there's a shortage of police officers. So there's a signing bonus, and the signing bonus was between it was some years ago since I've seen it, but it was between like $5,000 and like $20,000 after you finish the academy and you become a Metro police officer. And so when you think about making between $60,000 and $80,000, not including overtime, not including raises and bonuses, when you think about all the benefits, and you think about getting between $5,000 and $20,000 just to sign on, I thought about it for a solid 3 minutes. Ultimately, I just don't have the temperament in taking a job like that, so I was like, yeah, nah, it's good money, but I'm not doing it. Why do I bring this up? And why did I play that clip at the beginning? Because a lot of us, we are so entrenched in our rhetoric and our talking points that we are not realizing that a lot of the stuff that we are saying has real life consequences. And one of the real life consequences that we have is that because of all of our rhetoric, there's a smaller and smaller number of black men who have any interest in being a police officer. Why is that important? It's important because if less and less black men have interest in being police officers, then the likelihood that people that police the neighborhood or monitor or patrol the neighborhood know the people, are from the community, and are part of the community, the likelihood of that goes down significantly. And so what happens ultimately when there's no black men or very few black men on the police force? What happens then? There's really 3 or 4 things that happen. Number one, you have a non-existent and or adversarial relationship with the police where they only come after something bad has happened, and they come and they are overly aggressive and don't really help anything at all, which is what a lot of communities have right now. You have a pretty much laissez-faire, hands-off approach from law enforcement to where, the street element basically run the communities carte blanche, unimpeded, which happens in quite a few communities. Or you have what's going on in DC. Things get too crazy, or things get too politicized, or certain things start to happen in neighborhoods that they're not supposed to happen in, and then the police is militarized and overbearingly present across the community. Those are the 3 things that happen. Either there's over-policing and militarization, there's a complete hands-off approach where the street element runs the community, or there's the adversarial relationship where they don't really solve any crimes or stop any crime. They just kind of come in and show force after the fact. Those are the 3 things that happen. Because, and this is my issue with a lot of the anti-police rhetoric, right? And I'm not saying that there aren't bad police out there, because there are. But my issue with the rhetoric is this. You cannot drive an anti-police rhetoric and all black people that join the police force, they're sellouts and coons and Uncle Toms, which causes a lot of black men to not want to do it. And at the same time, not say we're going to start, nationwide black community neighborhood watches. That's the real issue. That's the issue. Not on the one hand, you're creating an environment where black people will not want to be police officers, while at the same time not starting neighborhood watches. That's the problem. So what you're doing is you're creating an environment where black people have no safety and no protection, because they're not getting it from the police, nor are they getting it from you. That's my issue, is a lot of times the rhetoric is not backed up by action. If you're going to make it to where it's completely out of bounds for black men to be police officers, then at the same time, you got to turn around and establish neighborhood community watches where you got black men just walking up and down neighborhoods, taking shifts, saying hi to kids, just making their presence felt so people that do certain things will know, okay, it's people out here that's going to alert the authorities, I can't do this over here. Making the block hot, shutting down certain activities. It's got to be one or the other. Either you have to promote certain black men joining the force and changing things from within, or you got to promote systemic-wide, nationwide neighborhood watches ran by black men. Or you got to support and actively pursue and implement both. Instead, what is happening is nobody's doing anything except talking about police on the internet. And that's the problem.